Last time on Tomb of Annihilation, the heroes defeated the Green Vipers in the dinosaur race and left Jim Crank wiggling in a mud pit. Then, the heroes fought in the arena, defeating Slicer and his poor, tiny little raptors. They won one of the 4 pieces of the Dreamer's amulet, and now they are meeting with the beautiful merchant prince, Quayothe, who might be a worshipper of Zavagor's demon lord.
It's been a long week, but we're back. Time for episode 3.
I wore the shirt, Sean.
Yeah, I like my outfit, so I kept wearing it. So we left off where you went to visit the merchant prince, which turns out to be a princess. Her name is Quayothe, and she was coming down the stairs. She's going to give you your reward for winning the dinosaur race and the arena fight. And Zavagor had noticed that she's wearing a ring with the symbol of the demon lord that he is tied to, Iman, the demon lord of fire. So she comes down the stairs. She's wearing fine silks and feathers. She's accompanied by 3 men and 3 women. One of each of them are extremely good looking. And she looks at you guys and looks at Hoppy. And she says, That's a big frog you have there.
He's actually a runt. He's a runt.
She says,
You all think he's so big.
Is this creature from the jungle?
He's from a swamp. But he's a stray. We picked him up along the way.
Does it fight?
Depends on your definition of fighting, I guess.
All right. She snaps her fingers, and one of the incredibly attractive people walks over. Who's taking this stuff? He hands you a thong with 80 gold in it.
Zavagor grabs it. Yep.
And then they unfurl a velvet thing, and in it is a big orange gem that glows magically. Who's taking that?
You won the race. Val, why don't you keep that?
I'll take it.
Okay.
And just inspect it curiously.
It's magic. You can sense the magic oozing off of it. All right.
Can I make an Arcana check?
Yeah, sure.
Ooh, that is a 19 plus 3, 22.
Okay, so you're pretty sure it's tied to divination magic, and with it, when you sleep, you might be able to do something special if you have it on you when you sleep.
Okay. Val will just fold that back up and
you also
put it in her
notice
pouch.
that there's some spots on it. It looks like it slides into something.
Ooh.
Okay, so Quayothe looks all of you up and down, and she says, "Will you be performing in my arena again sometime?"
We're certainly open to it, Prince Quayothe.
Good. She looks at
Val looks to Ramrod and
She looks at Zavagor.
Ramrod gives a nod.
Zavagor is just kind of like hanging out behind the party, like stretching the thong and just like looking at it, but like kind of like ducking behind Ramrod a little bit.
She's trying to look right at you. Do you meet her gaze?
Just kind of like peering over the golden thong a little bit, over Ramrod's shoulder a little.
She gives you kind of a, intrigued look. But then it goes away. She says, "Oh, thank you. I have much to do. Congratulations." Oh, she snaps her fingers again. They give you each, she's scheduled these private bathhouses. This is a really nice one with a bunch of different healing baths that give you special effects. In 2 days, you can go there, and you'll pretty much have the whole place to yourself.
Okay.
before she goes, Val says, would you like to pat my big frog? He's really friendly.
Let's see what she thinks. She says, "No. Farewell." And she spins around, and she smells really good. And the others walk up, and like the really good-looking, let's see, guy kind of looks back and gives you guys a nasty look, like. And they go upstairs.
What?
I lean over to Ramrod and say, "That was the smell of demon spew."
When they're not talking, Val just goes,
start walking away.
Okay, Ramrod got the hint. I'll take care of this. He pulls out his maul and starts going.
"Oh no!"
Oh, Ramrod, no.
No?
No, no. Not yet. Not yet.
Oh.
Not yet. Okay.
Puts his maul away.
I rolled to see if he noticed, but he rolled a natural 1, so.
Oh.
Okay.
It's completely focused on Coyote. Okay. Are you going to leave, or what?
Yeah, well, is there anything that stands out in this place? I mean, I don't...
Well...
like other signs of demonic spew, or...
You can kind of see that there are guards in the rooms opposite you. In this room, there's just a statue and a painting, and bowls of fruit, which Hoppy starts to...
Val is going to start gathering fruit from them and start like stockpiling it, and throwing some to Hoppy, going, "She didn't want to pat you. We can take her food."
I don't think that's actually true.
So Hoppy like takes the bowl and tips it into your bag to dump all the fruit in, and then he eats the bowl.
Well,
and he
let's
takes
take that.
He takes a bowl piece and offers it to Val. He tries to smush it in your face.
Val's just like,
Okay, a guard comes in. Please leave.
Righto. Mistletoe will try to push his fruit stealing party out the door.
Okay. So once you leave, you had said you wanted to go out with the pirates that night. Do you still want to do that?
I'd love to.
Good.
To Zombie Island?
Sounds fun.
Not to Zombie Island. You're just going to go out to drink, but they will talk about Zombie Island actually. So you can take a long rest if you want. Do you want to rest on their ship, or do you want to do that?
Yeah, let's we got the invitation from them, and they seem quite friendly to us. So, yeah, I mean, I'm all down with partying with the pirates.
Okay. They point. Hoppy had fallen through the deck, so there was a huge hole in the deck. They say, old Baker Gristle says, "Hey, we fixed the deck. See?" And you see they put like a piece of canvas over it with some like rocks. Yeah. That ought to do it. That should hold.
Okay.
Well done, sir.
All right.
Good job.
Get ready.
You guys
initiative.
What? Oh yeah. Thanks. All right. So you rest, get all your stuff back, and you're now level 2. Last week, you hit level 2 at the end.
Okay.
So you rest. You sleep in the hammocks. You do.
I guess so. Yeah. Unless is it rain often here?
Yes, it does. Yes.
Okay, so I'll sleep below deck. Otherwise, I'd like to sleep underneath the stars. I guess I'll start that way, and if it does start to rain, I'll move.
It's actually still daytime, so you're gonna sleep. You'll probably get up around 10 p.m. and then you're gonna go out to Thunder.
Ready to drink.
Yeah.
This isn't healthy. I guess.
I mean, you don't have to sleep. You could just hang out and get your long
Yeah,
rest.
I think Mistletoe will just still be up on deck, just chilling out, smelling the sea air, and just like lounging back, basking in the glory of nature.
Okay.
Val's using Hoppy as a pillow.
Okay.
Ramrod's gonna hop in one of the hammocks, and he's probably so big that like his arms and feet are just hanging out of it, and it's like all stretched and strained.
What about Zavagor?
Is there still like zombie puree mashed into the deck of the ship from Ramrod's club?
Well, the captain had cleaned most of it with a spell where she summoned a big ball of water.
Ah, okay.
There is still, it didn't get everything though, so there is still stuff.
All right. Well, he goes down and starts like examining the bits of zombie encrusted on the wood, like the effects it has on the wood, and how can I turn this into something I can sell and stuff. So.
Okay.
Val's actually going to give the glowing orange gem to Zavagor.
Okay.
That's the dreamer's amulet, right? Or the piece of it. That's what we came to get. We need to figure out what that is and then bring it back to Poe. I think.
Yeah.
Okay. So you. Sorry. Go ahead.
No, he just like hooks it onto his belt, so it's kind of dangling there, and then it's below deck.
Actually, I have a question. I have a question for Zavagor. You know, we haven't been partying together long, and you said that the Merchant Prince was associated with demons. How did you know that?
Well, okay, look, you were gonna figure this out eventually.
Probably.
So, you know how like when you're a teenager, like you really hate your dad, and then like you grow up, and then you kind of don't really hate him anymore. You're like, oh, he's just your dad. He's trying. But then you know how you figure out that like your grandpa sold his soul to a demon that is now possessing all generations until someone can fulfill the pact that he made, but we don't know what it is. Like, you know how that goes?
Yes.
Right. So basically it's that. And little Miss Quayothe, armpit fungus lady, she has a ring with that specific demon's insignia on it. So I would be super great if we just never went back there. That would be wonderful.
Okay, good to know. We'll try to avoid her.
Yeah, this is a spiteful, mean little demon. She's the worst. She refuses to tell us what we need to do to get rid of this curse. And she has made me a slave. So just let's never go back. Let's just never, ever, ever have anything to do with Quayothe, ever.
Okay. Sounds
great. Thank you for being understanding. Normally, most people would probably want to throw me overboard at this point, but you're great. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm pretty chill. Yeah, it's not your fault.
Like starts to like he starts to like tear up a little bit and kind of brushes his head. I need to go look at.
I'll give him a hug. Yeah. I'll give him a hug and a pat on the back. It's all right. It's all right.
He doesn't like return it, but like you feel him like ease up a little bit.
One of the pirates.
I was going to join in.
Are you? Okay.
Ramrod over here
throw overboard.
Ramrod over here's throw overboard and perks up out of his hammock, and then realizes everybody's just hugging and kind of just goes back to sleep.
Wait, so Hoppy notices what's going on. So
Hoppy
comes over, like hugs the group hug, and then one of he's got like 4 tentacles. One comes over to Ramrod.
Nice.
He's gonna try to tentacle hug you. You want to resist, or are you gonna let it happen?
He's sleeping, so he probably just won't resist. He's resting.
Okay.
So let it happen.
You're awoken as the tentacle lifts you in the air and smushes you into the group. And then one of the pirates comes down. Let's see. Let's go with Punchin.
He's a good boy, Hoppy.
Punchin Pearl Smitty. And she kind of like sees you all hugging. She says, "Can I?" She kind of walks over like,
"Oh,
can I?"
Val will put her arm out and be like, "Join us, friends."
Okay. She gives you a hug. She's like, "My mother never hugged me. I just wanted to see what it's like. That's why I punch people all the time. As close as I can get to hugging. I feel like I have to punch somebody right now."
Zavagor lets out a big laugh and says, "Oh, you're all terrible, horrible creatures. Come in, and he starts hugging him back.
Ramrod, she tries to punch you, but rolls a 1. So. Okay. Somebody comes down.
For Ramrod, that's like flirting.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, Ramrod's suddenly interested a little bit.
Medusa Swale comes down. She's like, "Can we break it up, please? It's time. It's time to go to the Thundering Lizard."
Oh, all right. That sounds good. What do they serve there?
Pirate stuff. You're not acting like pirates, just so you know.
Oh, that's okay. We're not pirates yet.
Okay. All right, you're gonna go to the Thundering Lizard. Ready?
Let's do this.
Do they have spare eye patches?
They do. They have a whole thing of clean ones. They just gotta remember.
I was going to take one for herself
Okay.
and take one for one of Hoppy's eye stalks.
Okay. He has 3, so you can.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just pop it over one of them.
Which one? The middle one or one of the side one?
The left side one.
Okay. All right. Don't need that. Don't need that. Got that. Thundering Lizard. Okay. So they lead you into the city. It's let's see, Punch and Pearl Smitty, Old Baker Gristle, Medusa Swale, the Briber, and face-stabbing Isaiah Hastings, along with Captain Isabella Inkskin Locke, the woman with the treasure map tattoos, and the magic cutlass known as Brine's Sting. They lead you to a building sprawled on a street corner near the Red Market. Tables and benches spill out over the street. There's a painted Tyrannosaurus skull hanging above the main entrance. As you walk in, the floor is covered in sawdust. The ceiling is only 7 feet high, so Hoppy's just
man.
like can't.
He's crouching.
There's no chance. He can't get through the door. He can't get in there. It's just he just kind of sits like right in front of the door. Just kind of looks inside. Tobacco stained ceiling, oil lamps. You smell the smell of sour beer and vomit. You see some people in here. There's an elf woman, a human salesman guy, a half orc with quill and parchment, a halfling noble looking guy, and you and your pirates get a big table, and they order. What do you guys? Medusa Swale says, "What do you want? You want grog or dregs and water, or spiced ale for the fancy ones?" She's like, grog. I'm just getting you grog. And they all get grog. She says, now drink it.
Oh.
Drink it. Everybody, ready?
Okay.
All right.
Drink
Make
it.
a Constitution.
Oh.
Val
16.
does not like it.
No, that's not liking it. That's if you get like slightly intoxicated. All right. So
18.
Oh, you got an 18? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. What did everybody else get?
She still doesn't like it though.
Okay.
16.
Raymond.
11.
Okay. What about Zav?
9.
So Zavagor, you feel a little, just a little, Okay. So they start talking. They're trying. They lay out some maps. Medusa Swale says, maybe you guys can help us. So we just went to Zombie Island to get some treasure. We're trying to figure out where we're going to go next. So we've narrowed it down to 3 places. There's Zombie Island. You can go back because there's more treasure. But there's zombies. And then there's Libdul Poop's Aquarium. That's got she's a like a lobster-headed goddess, the body of a woman, but she's got a lobster head and lobster claws. And she's worshipped by frog people called Kuotoa. And so this island, apparently worshippers of her have a big aquarium full of her special monsters and treasures. Or we could go to Shipwreck Island. Now I heard there's a lot of treasure there, but there's a chance our ship could get wrecked. So, what do you guys think?
Well, we're not the best of sailors ourselves, and you guys solve a hole in your deck with a canvas, so I'm thinking maybe we avoid Shipwreck Island. But I'm not afraid of zombies, so, I think it'd be interesting. I think we handled them pretty well last time.
Okay.
What kind of treasure do you think we could get at Zombie Island?
Everything.
Good point at it. Everything?
They explain it. There was a lot of people there. They all died. And then a lot of adventurers went there, and they also died and became zombies. So all those adventurers had magic items on them. They're all just walking around, zombies with magic items. Plus, before that, pirates used to stash their treasure on this island. And it's still there, but it's hard to find. So you have to avoid the zombies and find treasure stashes.
So while all the talking's going on, Ramrod's distracted, and he's looking for more grog.
Okay.
And he wants to see if there's like a cask or a barrel of grogs around that he can just grab and take out and set in front of Hoppy.
Okay. The bar guys, you gotta pay for that, pal. He
points
starts
at
to pull out like a scimitar.
He points at the captain and says, "Yeah, she got tab."
Okay. All right. All right, and you give it to Hoppy.
Yeah, we're gonna sit it down in front of Hoppy, and he's gonna drink out of it
Not
with
my
his
boy.
mug, and him and Hoppy are just gonna have some drinks.
Well, okay. So he, just uses like a cup and drinks a whole bunch of it, and then he gets like, and then he gives you another tentacle hug, but this one is extremely strong and tight. Make a opposed strength check. Oh God.
Look what you did. You got my front behemoth drunk.
I only rolled a 5.
He's squeezing the life out of you. Some people walking by are like, "Hey, that monster's attacking that guy."
Val's gonna come running over and it's like, "He's just a strong boy. It's okay." And it's gonna get some fruit out of her bag to give to Hoppy.
All right.
Just a couple of oranges.
Okay, so he eats a bunch of fruit.
So he drops Ramrod. Ramrod's like, "Did you see? He almost killed me."
So Hoppy eats the fruits, and then there's a pause. Then you hear a rumble in his stomach.
Oh no.
Ramrod, make a dexterity.
Oh no. I really need to charge this one up.
Yeah.
Oh, thank God! I rolled a 19,
Okay.
so that's
just
21.
And you jump out of the way just in time, like a forward roll. Okay. And the bar guy says, "I'm not cleaning that up."
Okay.
The barmaid,
I'm not either.
The barmaid brings over a mop and a bucket. Go ahead, clean it. Do it. She's got
Val
a
will
bottle.
take it and start cleaning up.
All right. Okay.
Yeah. Val's just like, he's my adopted son, I guess. I'll clean it up.
Okay. All right. So you clean the vomit, and so the pirates want it. So Zombie Island, Blibdool, Poops, Aquarium, or Shipwreck Island. Which one did you want to do?
Zavagor is just sitting there in that puddle of vomit, that's spilled in the bar, filled with all these unsavory characters. This may be the hug talking, but treasure awaits on Zombie Island. We're destined for greatness.
I think that's a good idea too. Plus, the island is overcome with a blight, and as a druid, I can't sanction that. We should try our best to reclaim it for the living.
Okay.
So I'm for that as well. Zombie Island.
All right. So I think you guys decided on Zombie Island, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
After that, the pirates start telling you their stories. Ready?
Yes.
Punch and Pearl. Well, she already kind of told you her origin, but there's more. She says,
"Okay,
that you guys want to know why I'm a pirate?"
Yes.
Yeah.
Tell us.
She's getting nervous. She says, "Well, I'm a halfling, and people like to tease me. I used to live in Cheliax, which was a very fancy place full of nobles that worship devils, and they would tease me a lot. So this 14-year-old started teasing me because I was shorter than he was. So I beat him up. And it turned out that he's a member of the Thrune family who rules Cheliax. So I had to leave, and now I'm a pirate." Then they go, "Mistletoe, what's your story?" Old Baker Gristle says, "What about the mistletoe? How about it, Toe? How'd you get to be the way that you be, huh?"
Oh, it's a long tale.
Give it to me in like 3 sentences.
Okay. Well, I used to be just a normal worker on a brewery, and then one day some Fey folk snatched me away into the Feywild and gave me a drink intended for a fairy lord, and that changed my perspective a bit. And I've come back and since been a druid. There's more, but not in 3 sentences. Maybe some other time.
That was a good story. I bet you're lying, though. He's a liar. You guy's a liar. All right, next. Old Baker Gristle says, hey, you want to hear my story?
Yes!
Sure.
I'm telling it no matter what. I got a hook hand, see? Right? I got a hook hand. Well, you know what happened? I used to be a wood chopper. I would chop wood. And wouldn't you know it, the worst thing that could happen to a wood chopper, I chopped off my own dang hand. You can't be a wood chopper when you lose a hand, right? And I couldn't afford no fancy regeneration spell. So I got myself a hook, and I saw I had a hook, and I'm like, well, what can I do now? And I'm like, oh, well, I must be a pirate. So, I'm a pirate now. But I can chop a good wood.
Dubious life decisions.
And then he goes, what about you, Val? What's your story?
Me? I just... My village was attacked when I was younger, and I wanted to help my parents out, and I decided that I would rush in to help them. And there was this huge monster. I still don't know what it looks like, but I attacked it, and then when I woke up, next thing I could remember, I just could do these weird things I couldn't before. So then I started adventuring and, well, just want to help people.
Captain Isabella Inkskin Lock whispers to Medusa Swale. Medusa Swale says, Are you a sorcerer?
Yeah, I suppose I'm a sorcerer.
So's the captain.
Oh,
She might be able to help you channel your powers.
I would really like that.
The captain silently stares at you.
Val is intimidated but also awestruck.
Some of her bottom sharp teeth are like sticking out a little bit. Alright. After Val, Medusa Swale goes, you want to hear my story? It's really stupid.
Yeah!
I'm sure it's not.
I got in trouble with some shaved harpies. I had to run. I thought they were just women, but they were shaved harpies, so I can't go back to Scuttle Cove. Let's put it like that. What about you, Ramrod? Yeah, Ramrod.
Ramrod just here looking for a good fight, seeking honor for his tribe.
Make an insight check on that. Old Baker Gristle says, you're a bad liar. Come on. Up with it.
Baker Gristle, your story no better than Ramrod's. Ramrod's story, best story.
Your story sucks.
Oh no.
Well,
Tell me your damn story, he says, waving his hook around. Yeah!
Ramrod's father died, Chieftain, and
Oh.
Phoenix can't bring Chieftain back to life, so
Oh.
Ramrod gets sent out so he can save father.
Oh, okay. Whoa, that was awkward. Okay, well, I'm sorry, pal. I'm gonna go over there for a while.
Yeah, Ramrod told you his story better than your dumb story. Stupid
All right.
Baker.
Face stabbing Isaiah Hastings. You know, he's been stabbing the dagger in the table the whole time. And he just blurts out, I like the smell of the sea. It's invigorating. You know the hand thing where he's doing that.
Oh no.
Good story, Isaiah. Zavagor, what about you, Zavagor? I'm Medusa Swale.
Well,
You just told the story, didn't you?
I did. I can tell
you?
it again.
No, it's
You
not.
see, generations ago, my great grandfather.
We already heard the story.
Ramrod's just putting his hands over his ears. Not this again.
Listen to my woes. Dang it.
Immediately looking for more grog.
People kind of like look at the captain and then look away. And I just keep drinking nervously.
So what made your teeth so weird?
What made your teeth so weird? Her eyes go wide. Oh! But then she looks at Medusa's whale and nods. She says, when the captain was a little girl, she was abducted by shark people. They're called Sahuagin. They live under the sea and they can control sharks. So she lived with them, and she actually like married a Sahuagin. And so what happened was she got a ship and she would do stuff for them above land, you know. And so eventually she attacked the person who became the pirate queen of the Shackles, Piranha Lana Redwater. And what happened was Piranha Lana beat her up and actually was able to kind of get her to snap out of it, and, you know, she civilized her. So, Piranha Lana rules the Shackles, all of the islands of the Shackles. That's over to the west. And you've actually seen you saw her painting in Quiothe's place. Okay, so you heard all the stories. Someone's walking into the bar. He seems vaguely familiar. Do you turn your heads to look at this person?
Is it Pockmarked Poe?
No, he's taller.
Oh.
He's got long hair.
Oh, I was hoping for Jim Crank.
He's got stubble.
Is it, what's its name? Ladarius?
It is. He looks at you guys and goes, "Oh, I didn't know you guys were here." And he walks over. "What are you guys doing here?"
Oh, regaling stories of, no hard feelings about the race.
Oh yeah. Nope. Didn't ask me what I'm doing. Here.
I was just going to say, what's your story, Ladarius?
Oh, what's my story? Can you ask me? I want you to ask me something else. Ask me, what are you doing here? Go ahead.
All right.
What are you
doing here? We all say in unison.
And Val also asks, did Jim Crank get out of that mud pit yet?
He goes, so you ask him, what are you doing here? And he goes, just viping.
Ramrod yells back and says, "Baker, Ramrod wrong. Your story not stupidest."
What's my story? It's pretty simple. I'm incredibly good looking, and I like stuff. So I get stuff. How about that?
Everyone likes stuff. That's terrible. What stuff?
Could I see that gem? Who's got that gem?
Nope.
Does any of you have
Sure
it?
can't.
Oh yeah? I think one of you has it. I'm gonna see if I can figure it out.
Don't try it. I'll set my frog on you.
Ramrod steps forward and gets in his face and says, "I have it. You gonna take it from me?"
How about I just get you some more drinks? You want 3?
How about you get out of here, or Ramrod show you out of here?
Okay, he kind of nervously looks around the bar. Kind of goes like, makes a weird hand motion. He starts walking out.
Okay.
And he's gone.
Do we notice anything about who was making those? Who was else in the bar? Maybe looking at him.
You look around, and in a dark corner, someone seems to have slunk into the bar while you guys were talking.
Oh.
You see a cat lady with brown fur and dark clothes. Deidre the Slinker. All you can see is her cat eyes in the darkness. She's been watching.
Slinker, no sleeking.
She sees that the jig is up, and she kind of, freezes and kind of starts taking the long way around you guys to get out.
Val is going to call out, "Hey, Deirdre! Tell Jim Crank to go back to his mud pit."
Nice.
She looks
at you. Like overlaps. They're like, "Yeah, yes."
She tells him to go back to his. All right, she's gonna try to come up with a comeback.
It's the only place dirty enough for him.
I'm gonna walk.
Okay, she's really trying to think of something to say back.
And order a spiced ale.
We're all just staring at her while she's sitting there, like intensely thinking about this.
She says,
What's the matter? Cat got your tongue?
Oh, it's over.
We're all behind her, just
and she just like covers her face and runs out.
Yay, Val!
Okay, so you drink for the rest of the night, whatever, blah blah blah. Anything else you want to do there?
Indeed.
Okay.
All good.
Okay. Next day, you want to go to Pockmark Poe to get your other reward.
Yes.
Yes.
All right, so you go to see Pockmark Poe, and he's gnarled hands, missing it. He's got white eye, and kind of slowly gets up. I heard you won.
You heard right.
Do you have it?
Because we're winners. Unlike you, who has lost very often.
That's not necessary. Yes.
Yeah, that's
Pockmark
necessary.
Poe has cheated death many times. That's winning in my book.
Sure, well done. I don't look like you, though. But yes, we did win.
I'm going to tell you something.
I'm uncomfortable with all this confrontational talk.
I know, right? Never mind. You're not worth it. Where's the gem?
It's probably true. I take it out and hand it to him.
Oh. Thank you. He looks at it. It's like orange. I'll just keep this for safekeeping. I think I know where another piece is. It's the snake head. There was a woman, an elf woman named Areni Goldbirth. She had it, and she went on an excursion into the jungle and never came back. That probably means she's dead. So why don't you go find her corpse and loot it? Will you do that for me?
There's a lot of jungle around here, so you might want to be a bit more specific.
I already know where she was going. I can give you exact directions. It's not far.
How dangerous?
Well, not very. It was tied to a trickster god of evil. So shouldn't be that bad.
Ramrod jumps in and says, "Doesn't matter. Just tell us where to go."
Gives you a map. He pays you each 25 gold for getting the what he calls the Oracle's Eye. That's what he calls the gem.
Okay.
Great.
And he starts scratching himself. Like,
Okay. Well,
eczema.
Oh.
Metabo vines.
Metabo vines? Is that what was in the arena?
Yes.
Cool. We'll add that to my knowledge.
You might have eczema too, so get ready.
Can I make an insight check to see if he's telling the truth about it just being the vines?
Do it.
Ooh, that is going to be 13.
Insight check. Yes, he's telling the truth. And also, as you watch him, you notice kind of it's like almost like a magic aura around him. Holy aura.
Val is a bit disturbed by this.
Mm-hmm. What are you staring at? See ya. Go. Here's a map. Go. There's not a lot of time.
All right. I'll look at the map. How far is this location of this trickster god from Port Nyanzaru?
Should take you 6 hours.
By
There and
foot?
back. So 3 hours one way, 3 hours back. By foot.
So if we were to get mounts, it would go quicker?
Yeah.
How much does a dinosaur cost?
A Triceratops is 500. He says,
Oh.
I heard Quiothi liked you. She might let you use those dinosaurs you were riding on.
Oh. So all we have to do is just go back to Quiothi and, get on her good side and maybe strike up a conversation in which they allow us to have some dinosaurs. Sounds great.
You just go to the arena. They'll send her a message with a winged snake, and you should be good.
Oh,
do we still have our winged snake with us?
You have a winged lizard, yes, the flying lizard.
Winged lizard.
is there like a competition between the winged lizards and the winged snakes? I mean,
Yes.
I mean they don't like each other, or
No, they don't. Not at all. No. Because the winged snakes are like establishment, and the flying lizards play by their own rules. They don't answer to anybody. They think the winged snakes are sellouts.
Yeah.
Nice.
Okay. Then I guess. Look, if all we have to do is, I turn to Zavagor. I'm like, look, I know it bothers you, but all we have to do is go to the arena and basically use this woman's assets for our own purposes. It seems like we're just actually taking from her as opposed to joining with her.
Yep, nope, my great-grandfather said the same thing, but sure, let's try it. Let's see how much further into servitude we can go into a demon overlord. That sounds great. Yes, let's go.
Okay, so you go to the arena.
I sense no hesitation in this whatsoever. So yeah.
All right,
If we can't do that, we could always hire a cart if we can't get dinosaurs. I mean, Hoppy's pulled a cart along before.
Yeah.
It'd be like the good old days.
The sponge bath guy's like, the frog can't ride a dinosaur. You want to leave him with me?
The sponge
No.
bath guy.
Huh?
Yeah,
I can give him.
Hoppy could just.
I can give him a
walk
sponge bath. I don't know. That might be
Hoppy
cool.
can walk along with the dinosaurs, can't he?
He's really slow.
Or
Dinosaurs have a speed of 60, so he's like,
okay.
leave him in the dust. You
Oh,
could
what do we do?
you could attach them all to a wagon, I guess.
Then again, it's jungle terrain. I'm wondering how is there a road that leads directly to this? Because without a road,
That's
carts
true.
are going to be.
Yeah, it's not.
I don't know. Maybe we just hoof it because we don't want to leave Hoppy behind.
No. He'll get into too much trouble.
Okay.
All right, so you're gonna
We're all
walk.
for that.
You're gonna
We'll
walk there.
walk it. We'll do the long yards. Yeah.
All right. So you go into the jungle. Big canopy of leaves and stuff above, and in parts it just completely blocks the light out. As you walk, a huge rain, downpour hits, and rain comes down really hard for about 5 minutes, and then it just stops again, and there's like a rainbow. And so 3 hours pass without incident, and you get to where it says on the map you need to go. You go through the jungle to a clearing bordered by the river Teriyuki. You see a big section of blood-soaked grass. The grass is about a foot high at the highest points. You also see strewn about little white pieces, little chunks of spongy stuff.
Could I inspect it and see what those are?
Yeah, you're gonna go over into the blood grass?
Well, I'll keep my wits about me. Can I make an insight check to see if this is going to be super dangerous, like some kind of plant that could be deadly?
It's fine. Just make a perception.
Perception. Sure. No worries. Worries. That's a 8.
Okay. So you see bones everywhere, pieces of bone.
Okay.
And you also see chunks of flesh. And the red grass it's all blood. Blood grass.
Okay, so I'm going to just prod the place in front of me with my stick as I go along.
And as you do that, I also use my Eldritch Sight to see if there's anything magical nearby. I can cast Detect Magic at will, essentially, with
you
that.
see 4 things. 3 are like this big, and 1 is like this big. It's all lying in the grass.
Okay, I put my spear on my spear tip on the shoulder of Mistletoe and say, "Hold."
Okay, I freeze in place and wait for further instruction.
Yeah, there are tiny creatures in there. Perhaps it would be best to smoke them out, or just light everything on fire. That's usually an approach I'm a big fan of. But there are definitely 3 small things and another not quite as small thing in there, in the blood-soaked grass. I would imagine would be a bad idea to step into there.
Okay. All right. Sure. Smoke them
Remember,
out.
I said it's just small things. Why do we worry about small things? He pulls out his maul, and he just heads out into the bloody grass.
Oh dear.
Come on, small things. Ramrod here.
Ramon, make a perception.
19?
Okay. You run out there, and you do see something in the grass. So you see a thing made of like a black stone. It's shiny. It's a carving, a very nice-looking statuette of like a big woman with a skull head. And I think it's got red gem eyes and a third gem right here. And the gems are glowing a bit, and it's warmer as you get close to it.
Oh.
He sort of knocks it with his maul just to see if it does anything.
Just rolls a little bit.
Okay, he picks it up.
Okay, it's warm. And the eyes glow a little brighter when you pick it up.
He holds it up and says, "Hey, I found this."
Those are probably the magical things that I was feeling. Okay.
Suddenly,
well, you're not dead yet, so...
You hear clattering around Ramrod. The bones are rising, and a red glow infuses them to form animate skeletons. Roll initiative!
Sweet.
Alright. Mistletoe, what'd you get?
16.
Son of a... Alright, what about Ramrod?
Slightly distracted by his findings, a 10.
10. Val?
18.
Val. What about Zavagor?
I guess he's too busy, like, gloating internally that he was right, that it was a bad idea to go into the blood-soaked grass, so he got an 8.
8. Val, you get to go
Too
first.
busy brooding.
Yeah. Val, there's
Okay.
4 skeletons. They are coming at Ramrod. What do you do?
She's really not happy to see skeletons, so she is going to just cast a chromatic orb and make it a fire orb.
Okay.
So I'm hurling a 4-inch diameter sphere of fire. And that is a 13 all up.
13 is exactly what you needed.
That was cool. So I'm going to roll 3d8.
Okay.
4, 8, 7. So that is 25?
Oh.
No, 15. I'm bad at math.
Alright, the bones just scatter. You destroyed it with your chromatic orb. Missile,
All of
go. Just one.
Just one? Okay.
I'll just shout out, "Heads up, Ramrod!" and then, rush in again. I mean, no, in front of you, behind, everywhere, around. Never mind. I'll just shillelagh and as a bonus action, and I'll try to club one to try to make sure that he's not alone or flanked. So, and I missed. I definitely missed. I rolled a 2.
All right.
So I miss.
Then the 3 remaining skeletons, like herky-jerky, come over to Ramrod, and they have these like bone axes that they hack at you with. Here we go. Plus 4. Natural 20.
Oh.
No!
Let's see. 2d6 plus 2. 3. 10 points.
Ouch.
Did any of them cross out, like leave my range so that I could possibly hit them as they go past me, or to hit Ramrod?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Just try to prevent one.
Whack 'em.
13?
That's exactly what you needed to roll. Yes.
Oh.
Another power.
It wasn't a natural 13, but it was a modifier. So 8 magical bludgeoning damage.
Ooh. It is vulnerable to bludgeoning. So you shatter that skeleton. So there's only one more to swing at the ramrod.
So Sean, I'm gonna use my Stone's Endurance reaction for that 10 damage that I took to try to shrug some of that off.
Okay.
And I rolled a 10.
Ooh, look at that. All right, and my skeleton rolled a total of 14. That probably misses, right?
That does. AC 15.
Ramrod, it's your turn.
Your skeletons are ineffective.
Stupid skeletons. Mistletoe said head up. He's going to swing his maul in such a way that he tries to knock the skull off of the skeleton.
Okay.
17.
You hit. This is bludgeoning, right?
This is bludgeoning for 10 damage.
You knock the skull off its head. You just send it. You know.
You knocked his
Val
block
just
off.
calls out, "What a numbskull!"
Oh man!
Oh.
Wow. Hoppy
Val is on fire tonight.
All right. After Ramrod is Zavagor. There's only one left, Zavagor.
Yeah, I will shoot my Eldritch Blast at it. It says it's force damage. Does that count for its vulnerabilities?
I guess so. Sure.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
It does today. Probably.
Zavagor says, "Finally, I can use this!" And he points his spear at him, and a big beam of purple light shoots out from it towards him. He got a 22.
You hit.
And rolled a 1, so it's 3 damage.
All right. Boom. He's hurt, but not dead. All right. Al, it's your turn.
So we've still got one skeleton on us.
Yes, and it is hurt. Some of
It's
its
hurt.
rib bones are gone.
Val's going to rush over with her quarterstaff and take it two-handed to make a swing at it.
Okay.
Ooh, she misses. She takes a swing and just stumbles forward with a 6.
All right. Toe, your turn.
Nothing fancy, just hit it. 16?
Yes.
It's
How much?
Yeah. 7 bludgeoning.
Man.
7 bludgeoning. Kaboosh! He's destroyed. They're all down. So it's quiet for a second, and then you hear like rattling noise in the grass. What do you do?
Ramrod readies his maul. This is fun.
Can I smash the ruby skull or the gemstone skull?
You want to hit it with your staff?
Yeah, I'm gonna smash that too.
All right, you and not a dent, nothing.
Oh dear.
And the rattling is getting louder. Oh, actually,
Okay,
it's heading away from you. Actually, and you see
from
movement
what?
in the grass, like all over the place, kind of going towards the east.
Follow it?
Yeah.
Do you follow it?
Yeah, I'll follow it.
Every step you take, Ramrod, the whole area gets hotter, and the eyes glow brighter. Do you keep going?
Ramrod looks at Mistletoe.
I don't know, do I see this?
Yes.
Or is it
And
just
you can
Ramrod?
feel it's hot. You all feel it. The whole area is
Oh.
like getting swelteringly hot. And it's already hot out. Now it's like,
Okay.
you know, like you see heat waves.
Okay, I'll start to like slow down, like, and come to a stop. It's like, wait, do we want to actually go forward with this thing, or do we want to leave that alone? Maybe leave it behind. Like, if we left that skull there and we travel, or if we keep going forward, would that stop this?
So Ramrod takes a few steps back with it. Does it cool down at all?
And the glow gets more dim.
Okay, why don't we just leave that skull where we found it? No?
Yeah, I mean, it has nothing to do with what we're looking for, right?
Yeah. I mean, if it's getting super hot, then we're not going to be able to take it with us anyway, because he'll burn.
Ramrod just takes it and chucks it.
Okay.
Chuck it in the direction you were walking, or in a different direction.
In the direction where it would be less hot.
Okay. So, all right. So you see like glow, no glow, like dunk, dunk, way over there. All right. So all the rattling is now in the same spot to the east. What do you do?
Okay. Still gonna go towards it, but cautiously, I guess. Like, are we in the grass, the tall grass?
Mhm.
So I'll just try to like go through it and try to be stealthy
Okay.
and
So
see if I can see the source.
And Ramrod just marches past him with his maul out.
Okay.
are you all going there?
Yeah.
Val is following, but also keeping an eye out for anything like bodies.
Okay. Well, Val, what
and
you
that we
see
were
as
told
you
to look
get
out for one.
as you get close, the rattling, you can see what it is all the bone pieces are rattling around a certain area, and they're also starting to combine, and a red glow is fusing them together. So like two chips become a piece of bone, then slowly they're forming like a femur, you know? Skull pieces are slowly forming again. And it's in a circle around a patch of tall grass. Like there's a circle hole amongst the skeletons.
Can I blast that with some firebolt?
Yeah, if you want, yeah. The central area?
Yeah, the central area.
Okay.
She is not liking that.
Okay, you don't need to roll. Boom! You use a firebolt, right? So some of the grass catches fire, and it lights up the area, and you see there's actually a square hole in the ground with stairs that go down. It's concealed by the foot-tall grass.
Ooh.
Oh.
Well done, Val.
Stone stairs leading into darkness.
Legend of Zelda sound.
I get nervous around skeletons.
Good. If
right.
it keeps on giving us stuff like this, then great. Keep on being nervous.
Ramrod stomps over right to the top of the steps.
Yeah, they go down into a... Actually, it's not completely dark. You see a red glow coming from the area below.
Perfect. Yeah, I follow Ramrod.
Are you going down?
Sure.
Ramrod's heading down. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, I guess we should do that. Sounds right.
Go down.
Feels right.
So you come to a circular hallway. It's 10 feet wide. And it goes this way and it goes this way. And both slowly curl. And the walls are completely made of skulls. And the ground you're standing on is completely made of bones. And
Of course.
Oh no.
down to the left, you see like a carved out section of the wall. You see a slab, and on it is a body. Same thing on the other side.
I don't trust this.
So you can go left, and there's a body. You can go right, and there's a body. And either way, it keeps going. You kind of get the feeling that this is one big circle. Like this is these hall goes all the way around.
Val's gonna go left.
The skulls. This place is lit. All of the skulls' eyes glow red. That's where the light is coming from.
Oh no.
Hoppy's trying to fit in the square, and he there's no daylight coming down anymore. You just see like feet.
Just dangling there.
Okay, Ramrod heard left. We're going left.
Left.
Yeah.
Okay.
As we do that, I'm going to use my my Eldritch Sight to see if there's anything up with the bodies or anything.
There is. What can you sense with that?
It's just a tech magic.
They're both magic, and the skulls on the walls across from them are also magic. So you went left, right? So
Yes.
as you get close to the altar, you see a body on it. It hasn't been dead that long, but it looks very shriveled, like it's just skin on muscle and bone. It's just very dry,
Okay.
and it's a
There's
body.
Ramrod grabs it by the ankle and just yanks it off of the altar.
All right, well, it plops to the ground, and it's a sickening sound, and it's so dry, and it's so empty, you know? It's got bone and, like, dry muscle and dry skin. And you guys notice, as you get close, the skulls on the opposite wall, they're all, like, shiny and wet.
Blood-soaked grass. Dry bodies. Uh-huh.
Well, this body is dry. From what you could tell, the other body was different.
Okay, I go over to the other body and say, different?
It looks like a guy who has no body hair at all. The skulls across from him on the wall have beards and hair.
So one Okay.
I put the golden thong on the altar that Ramrod ripped the body off of.
You put the thong on the altar, okay?
Yep.
Well, it's just it was a thing that held the gold. It's not actually made of gold. It's like a leather thong.
Okay, I slap it down there.
On the Ramrod altar?
Yeah.
Okay. Nothing happened.
And Val put a piece of fruit on the altar.
A little piece of condensation slides off the fruit, hits the altar, and sizzles.
So we don't have to cross these altars, right? Like,
nope,
these
they're
are
off
just
to the side.
They're off to the side. Mm-hmm. And can I just clarify, the one with like the hairless person, that's going the other way? Is that up the right path?
Yep, hairless.
Or are we?
And
okay.
the dry guy. And
what would happen if we put the skull on here?
Well, bones are pretty dry.
That the idol, it wasn't just a skull. It was a large lady with a skull head, and she had 3 eyes, like a red gem. We're almost out of time, but I just want to do a little more.
I don't know. Like, is there anything beyond the altars?
Gonna keep going.
Yeah, I feel like we need to
keep marching on.
You want to look? Okay. So it is a circle, and there's 2 more altars in this place. There's a pale body, looks kind of sallow, and the skulls across from it are covered in red liquid. Looks like blood. And the last one is actually a skeleton, and the skulls across from it are covered in drooping flesh.
Okay. Well. And then
I was going to smash the skeleton.
Ooh.
Okay. Okay, you smash it. Yeah. Nothing happened.
Blood, flesh, hair, and water.
Blood, yeah. Seems like this is designed to like draw essential bodily bits out of people, and possibly, well, for some purpose I don't know. But is there anything else? Like, I know this is a circle place. Like, is there any? I mean, given the nature of architecture, is there any kind of door into like what would be the central area of this?
You all take some time to look, and all of those weird sections of skull, you can tell they will slide, but you can't make them slide. Something, probably magic, will make them slide open.
Okay. So
do we need to put more stuff on these altars then? And like, is it once it's sated, then
I suggest
they open?
I suggest we don't put us on the altars. That's a bad idea.
Where's Jim
yes.
What?
I don't know.
Nothing.
So it seems like there's some kind of sacrifice needed to open this place up.
I searched in my rations for like any like jerky or any meats or anything.
Yeah.
Okay, I slap one of those on the altar with the skeleton on it.
Skeleton. Let's see here. There is a slight reaction, a bit of a glow and a rumble, but nothing quite happens.
Okay, so we need more.
Also, you're as you put your hand close to it with the meat, kind of you feel a tingle on your epidermis, which is your skin.
Guys, don't go over there. Bad idea.
I don't know.
Man.
I'm anti-sacrifice. I just don't want to.
I'm anti this entire place. I don't think we should be in here.
But I'm just wondering. But this is where the map told us to go, right? We've got to find a way in here that doesn't involve killing ourselves or anyone else.
Ramrod wants to know if should we use flesh from back out there?
Where?
Where all the bones and flesh were.
Okay, yeah. That's
there was flesh. Oh.
Oh,
Sure.
okay.
Okay, so you go get some, like a chunk of meat flesh.
Gather bits of bodies.
Okay, and so you're gonna bring it back in, and what do? You go over to the altar, the
put it
skeleton
on
altar?
the skeleton altar, yeah.
Okay, here's what happens. You put the flesh on the altar, and the skeleton completely comes together. The altar glows, and you hear like a sliding noise behind you, and the skulls with the skin on them slide aside and reveal a room beyond. And in there, you see, there's a fire. There's a fire burn. There's like in the center of it, there's kind of like a cremation kind of thing, and there's a fire burning in it, and that's all you see in the room.
A fire.
Yeah, and there's stuff in the fire.
What's in the fire?
When you peer closely, you see a circular something in the fire. Like a ball or something.
Okay. Do we have anything to put the fire out?
I
I'm
have
very good
Ray
at
of Frost if you
making
need.
You have what?
I have Ray of Frost.
Oh.
Okay. That could work.
I'll cast Ray of Frost and
Alright.
try and...
You hit it with frost,
Fire
and the fire goes out. It's starting again, but it reveals a blackened skull sitting in there.
Ramrod runs in and grabs it.
Okay. It was hot, but now it's kind of icy. So you grab it. Okay, you got the skull.
Snatch it and run out. Yep.
Okay.
Okay.
And when you take the skull, the wall on the far side of this room, you hear clicking noises and sliding. The wall shifts, but it doesn't slide open, the back wall.
Okay.
So we've unlocked like one bolt in it.
Great. Everyone pick a piece of body and go throw it on an altar. This is what we're doing tonight.
All right, well,
Okay,
we're going to have to stop there. So we'll pick it up on episode 4, where we'll be wearing different clothes.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
Or maybe
Alright.
the same.
Maybe.
This is my uniform, man.
Yeah.